Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we're going to be taking a look at this USB Aquarium air pump, and this was one of the cheapest option that I was able to find on Amazon.in. So I got this from Amazon and this is how it came in. This is from a rebrand called VAYINATO. Usually most of these brands or sellers buy these from China, so this is a generic product and then they rebrand these and then sell them as their own product. So you'll be able to find the same product with different brand names with different stores on Amazon or many other different sites. So let's just open the pack and see how it looks from inside. So as you can see, this is the pump itself. This is available in different colors, and unfortunately I got the worst color possible. So this is somewhat like a greenish color. Here's your USB cable. Let's just take the pump out. So here is the pump. You can see here is your output connector. It comes with a single output, and here is your USB cable. I will open the USB cable and we will measure the length of this cable in a bit. In the packaging, we'll also get a small packet in which you will get a little piece of air tubing. Now this is a good quality air tubing. This is silicone, not PVC, so this shouldn't get hard after prolonged period of use. So this will stay very smooth and flexible even after a long time of use. You'll also get a small air stone in the packaging. And finally inside there we have our very weird looking carabiner. So if you remember one of my older videos about 4 years ago, I bought this pump. This was a little expensive, in fact almost twice the price of this one, maybe a little less than that. So this was one of the better pump that I was able to find. It also came with the aluminum carabiner, much better quality. Again came with all the different things. The USB cable were also very nice that came with it. So we're going to be comparing this USB one. Came with the silicone cover with this one because this was the cheaper option, and this is a little expensive option that you can buy in the market. So that's pretty much what you get inside the packaging. Let me keep all these things aside, and now let us connect this to a power bank and see how it works and whether this is silent compared to the one that I bought previously. This was one of the silent air pump that you can buy in the market today. I'm not sure whether this is going to perform the same or not. So let's connect the air tube. So before we connect the air tube, let us just open this wire and measure the length of this USB cable, so that we'll have an idea how long the cable actually is. So it seems like it is a little less than 1 meter long. So I'm going to start from USB cable and all the way till here. So as you can see, this is less than 1 meter long, about 28 inches of cable or 70 centimeter of cable length. This should be enough for most people. And now let's connect the air tubing. So the air tube will fit in right here. It fits in really well. Let me try some other tube. So this is another tube. Let's see if it fits well or not. So as you can see, this is a traditional normal aquarium air tube that you can buy from your local store or from online, and this is a little loose in this nozzle. So I'm not sure why it's a little loose, so I'm not sure whether this will stay in there or not. We will check back a little later. Also, let us measure the air tube that came with this packet. So this seems like this is about 1 meter long. So as you can see, this is about 100 centimeters, a little more than that, so almost a little more than 1 meter long. So that's good enough. So let us connect the air tube. So here's your single output. Air tube is now connected. On the other end, I will connect this air stone that came with this air pump. Right. And finally, this is a plastic carabiner. I'm not really liking this, so let's just put this here as well. So this should go in there, and then you can pretty much hang it anywhere you like. Okay, now let us measure how much power this USB air pump takes. So I've got my USB meter here. I'm going to connect this and connect it here as well. So you can see this is taking about 1.9, almost 1 watt of power, a little less than that. So even if you run this with a power bank, this will work for a very long time. So this is not taking a lot of power. So that's very nice, but you can probably hear the air pump running. So if I bring the mic a little closer to the air pump, you can hear that it's making a lot of noise. So this is not as quiet as the other USB air pump that I bought about 4 years ago. So let me, for quick comparison, let me just connect the previous air pump. Alright guys, so this is the one that I've got about 4 years ago. So let me just connect it as well. I'm going to connect it here. It's now connected, and as you can see, it is taking a little less power than what our new air pump was taking. But even though the pump is running at the moment, you will not be able to hear the pump at all, because this is one of the silent, or maybe the only pump that is the quietest pump, air pump that you can buy in the market today. Right, so that's pretty much about the sound quality or sound that the other pump is making. Let's just put them in a container and see how well this works. Alright guys, so for showing you both the pumps running at the same time and to keep everything consistent, I've got the USB cable from each pump and I'm going to connect them to a same socket. So at the back I've got my extension here, so I'm going to connect one of the USB pump to one USB port and the other one to the other USB port, so that both of them are running from the same charger. So I'm going to connect this one first, and let's see how much noise it makes when it is running. So I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear that this is making some noise. So let me stop it for now, and now let us connect the USB cable from the other pump, which is here. I'm going to connect it here, and let's see if I remove this one. If I turn just the silicone one on, it's now on, and I'm pretty sure you would not be able to hear that pump running. So that's the quietest pump, and this is making normal noise like your traditional aquarium air pump. So let's connect both of them together. So both the pumps are now running, and there was a little bit of jerk there, so there is that. Now let us grab the air stone from both the pumps, and I'm going to drop them inside this container here, and let's see how each of them will run. So I'm dropping the air pump air stone from this pump here. So you can see how much bubble this one is making, and I can already tell you that this is much powerful compared to this one. And now obviously the noise of the pump is also increased. So now let me grab the air stone from this pump and let me just put it in as well. So you can see both the air pump are now sitting at the bottom, and you should be able to tell that the silicone one is a little less powerful, but it creates almost no sound at all. This one is much more powerful, and I'm not really sure how long this will last, but that one I bought about 4 years ago and it is still working. About this I cannot say for sure how long this will last, because this is working really fast. So you can see both the pumps are running, and you can clearly tell the difference between the two pumps. Much powerful, little less powerful. Right, so now let us put them in a proper tank. Let's connect them to a filter, and let's see how the filter looks when both of these pumps are connected to a filter. Okay guys, so this is my 1.5 feet experiment tank. So let's connect our pump. I've got a sponge filter there, and we will see how well that sponge filter run from this USB pump that we just bought. So let me just connect this. Okay guys, so I'm going to run this pump using this power bank. Now you don't have to use a power bank, you can run this with a charger which is here, or you can use any cheapest budget USB charger. The cheapest charger will also work, and that charger will work for very long time, because this takes these types of pumps take very low power, so they will not damage your charger, and your charger will last very long. So the pump is now running. I'm going to keep the pump here for now, and now I'm going to connect the air tube. So this is a PVC air tube, and as I just mentioned in the beginning, that the nozzle that came with this air tube is a little loose. As you can see, very easily able to remove this without any effort. Anyways, now it is connected. Let's see whether our filter is working or not. Alright guys, so here is our filter. So let me just turn the pump on again, and as you can see, our filter is now working. And as you can see, despite the PVC tube being a little loose on the connector. We all know that over time these tubes get shrink a little bit and they get tight with time, so this shouldn't be a problem after a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks. Anyways, as you can see, this is how the pump is running. It's creating a lot of bubbles, and again this pump is making a lot of noise. In fact, this is making a little more noise than a traditional air pump that we can buy in the market. But nevertheless, it is working fine. It's creating a lot of bubbles, pulling a lot of force so that the sponge filter will be able to work properly and attach a lot of fine particles to itself, creating a lot of bubbles at the top. So this is how the filter is running when running with this pump. Now let me show you how the filter would look when running with the PVC air pump. Okay, so as you can see, this is how the filter would look when running off of the USB air pump, the quietest air pump that you can buy in the market. Okay guys, so this is the next day morning and the pump is still running. Even the light of the tank has not even turned on. And if you take a look at the power bank that we plugged in yesterday, you can see it is literally running at 1%, so about to turn off, and it's been about 14 hours since we plugged this in. So you can see that even with a 10,000 mAh power bank, you can run this pump, these types of pump, for a very long time. Alright guys, so as you can see, the R filter is still running, which is being run with this air pump that we bought about 7-8 days ago. So this pump is now running for about 7-8 days continuously non-stop, and so far the pump is working. Now I did read a couple of reviews on the internet, and some of the reviews said that their pump stopped working just after using it for 1 month. Now I can't say for sure whether it's possible that my pump will also stop working after 1 month, but I can only test for so long. So for the past 7 days my pump is working and I haven't had any problem so far. One other thing about this pump is that when the pump was sitting at the on the table, it was creating a little more noise, but since I've attached this pump, as you can see, the pump is not touching anything anymore. It's not creating a lot of vibration and it has been running a little quieter compared to when it was sitting on the table. So there we go guys, this was my video on this USB air pump. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.